Hello all, welcome back to my living room and welcome back to a peek in Holy Meadows. Today I wanted to give some tips on how you can fill up those journals that have been sitting around completely empty, or how you can build your journaling habit. I find journaling extremely stimulating. It allows me to think of new thoughts, release old thoughts, organize my thoughts. Journaling goes across so many categories. You can journal to release, you can journal to learn something new, you can draw, you can paint. I also think journals are great for gathering your ideas, capturing certain moments in time. I know personally when I journal, I always like to go look back on the journal entries I've written like 3-4 years ago and see how much I've changed. And honestly, it's just a really fun creative hobby that is very versatile, and at the end of it you get a really cool keepsake, a little journal. But I also want to emphasize that not everything has to be written down in a journal. You can journal on your laptop, you can journal on the notes app in your phone. There's so many ways to journal. Personally, the biggest takeaways for me when I journal is to release any emotion, but it also helps me understand myself deeper. And just overall, I think journaling is a great habit. You gain clarity, perspective, you get a little bit of creativity out of it. And I think overall, journaling is great for people who overthink or deal with very intense emotions, people who want to organize and plan their life more, people looking for self-growth, introspection, and reflection, and just anyone who has spare time and has an interest in journaling. So there's many different ways to fill up a journal, but today I'm going to share 4 or 5 of the ways that I have personally filled up my journal. The first and the simplest way to fill up your journal is by doing daily journal dumps. I feel like journal dumping is the most simplest form of journaling because you don't need any fancy equipment. You don't even need a pen or a paper. You can do this on your phone, on your laptop. You can do it in your journal. It's super easy. It takes as long as you want it to take. You can write as eloquently or archaically as you want. So I consider journal dumping allotting a specific amount of time to sit down and reflect or release or write in a journal about anything that comes to your mind. There's no structure. It's just literally as it sounds, just dumping with your words. So you could write about your day, something that's making you angry, a to-do list. It's really anything that you feel like writing about. It's kind of like a stream of consciousness. There's no rules to how you think. So it's kind of like your thoughts on paper almost. They don't even have to be in complete sentences. They can be bullet points, just things. It's just, for me, with journal dumping, it's important to get into the habit of journaling. So just anytime, once a day, you have a moment to spare and you have some extra thoughts, or you just want a clean slate, I really recommend journal dumping. So when I first started doing journal dumping, it felt really good to release that load off my day, especially on days where I was feeling a little more intense. It helped a lot to release all those emotions. And I feel like journal dumping is so safe, and just journaling in general is super sacred because no one else should see what you're journaling. It should be a very intimate and safe space for you to release anything that you need to release. So I first started journal dumping for 7 minutes a day, which seems really short, but you can kind of get a good amount of ideas out like that. But now I journal for 15 to 20 minutes. So you can also write to a certain page amount, so you can write half a page every time you dump, a page, 2 pages. Some benefits to dumping could be like a cathartic release, discovering new emotions, documenting daily experiences, and it's really easy to remain consistent because of how simple it is. So honestly, I do multiple types of journaling daily, just depending on what I need and what I want to accomplish in my personal life. But dumping is something I still do every day. I've been dumping since 2020. I've probably been dumping before that because I've always kept a journal, but I've been calling it a journal dump since 2020, and I have even seen it affect the way that I speak and like the way I communicate my emotions and my inner thoughts. It's much more cohesive. A second way that I fill up my journal is by using it for daily tasks. daily schedules, and to-do list. I honestly find it really hard to remain consistent with like those store-bought calendars or like daily planners. I don't think they're organized for my brain because I really like to only plan for the week ahead. And of course, like I have general plans for like the months or the years, but when I'm planning and organizing my life, I just do it week by week because I know I can control my week. I also feel like store-bought journals never have everything I need, which is why I don't use them. They usually have the calendar, like the big monthly calendar, and then they have like the daily or the weekly, but they don't have like any habit trackers or like to-do list or pages for me to just sketch and just like draw my ideas out. So that's why I like kind of creating my own bullet journal style. I create my own like schedule, planner, spread. I use Pinterest. Pinterest is my queen. I love Pinterest so much. That's where I find all my inspo, literally. But yeah, I go on Pinterest, I search for some really cute ideas. I love doing it this way because I can make it as simple or as complicated as I want depending on the week. I like keeping everything in one place because I'm just a sentimental person, so it's just really cute for me to like go back to like last semester, be like, oh, I remember when I had this assignment, or when I went out with this friend, because I document all of that through that planner. So sentimental value. It just helps me stay organized if I have all my to-do list in one place, because I can like kind of cross-reference. So like if I'm planning for today, I can look up my tasks that I did yesterday and see what I did complete and what I didn't, and then I kind of go based off of that. I love trackers. There's so many ways you can create a tracker. There's so many different things you can track. There's so many ways you can track it. I feel like this journal spread is great if you want something to keep you accountable, to boost your productivity, the way you organize your life. It's really great for providing structure for your days if you feel like you have a lot of time in your days or not enough time in your days. It's really good to plan and structure the bare minimum of what you want to accomplish, and with that you'll accomplish way more than not having any plan. So the third journal spread is a gratitude journal. I feel like a gratitude journal is also extremely easy. It's kind of tied with the dump as the easiest, because for this journal, all you have to do for the spread is just write, I am grateful for blank. I am grateful to be blank. I am grateful that blank. So it's kind of like in grade school when you got in trouble and you had to write like, I won't do this, I won't do this, I won't do this. And the idea behind that punishment is that the repetition will ingrain in your brain, and also like the tediousness of it will ingrain into your brain that you will not do that behavior again, so you don't end up in that place again. So my logic and reasoning for the gratitude journal is that constantly repeating what you're grateful for and bringing appreciation to aspects of your life is only going to make you conjure up more feelings of gratitude. And from implementing this gratitude journal, I notice how often in my life I just will express gratitude or appreciation without my journal being present. So just like in my daily life, I feel like repeating the emotion of gratitude on paper, even if it's kind of hard to get started, is only going to bring feelings of gratitude to your brain during that moment. And for me, I like to read these lists out loud just because I feel like it amplifies the energy of gratitude. With this one, you can fill up a certain amount of pages. So you can do like 1 page of gratitude, have a page of gratitude, just name 5 things you're grateful for. It's very versatile. You can drag it out or make it as short as you need it to be. But I really love gratitude just because it's such a positive like way to journal. And along the lines with this, you could also do the same idea of the gratitude journal with the you can do this with affirmations. So instead of saying I am grateful for this, you can say I am this, I am that, I am, so it's just a lot of I am statements basically. And again, it's very elementary in the sense that it's repetitive, but I feel like again, being or like affirming things that you want to bring in, or affirming positive things about your life is only going to like raise your awareness to those things that you do appreciate in your life and things that you do want to draw in your life. I feel like gratitude and affirmation journaling are great ways to manifest as well, because when you have an open heart and a positive mind, it's really easy to attract good things. So the benefits to these 2 journal spreads are appreciation. You get to bring more positivity into your life, and it's super simple. It's either the I am for the affirmations or the I'm grateful for the gratitude. And I think it's really good if you struggle with building an optimistic outlook, or you're very pessimistic, or you complain a lot, because these things are kind of the antithesis of all of that. It forces you to literally not complain and bring gratitude into your life. So yes, journaling is one of my favorite hobbies, top 2 in an 8 too. It's amazing for clarity, creativity. It's so good for targeting certain aspects of your inner world that you want to connect with. You can use journaling for literally anything. I feel like journaling is a great translator for speech. I feel like journaling is a great start to build like a really intimate connection with yourself, and journaling is the key to inner wisdom. I feel like the amount of wisdom that I've personally gained from being very committed to my journaling practice is something that I definitely would not have seen if I didn't give myself that time to introspect or create or release. So yeah, I hope some of these ideas can inspire you to fill up those journals that have been collecting dust. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!